Hi, I'm Allie Nelson.
And I'm Chelsey Duranian, and we did Consumer Rights and Responsibilities.
The Consumer Bill of Rights. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy outlined what he called the Consumer Bill of Rights. Consumers are protected by the Bill of Rights. It states that consumers have the right to be informed, the right to choose, the right to safety, the right to be heard, the right to have problems corrected, the right to consumer education, and the right to service. Consumer rights protect you when a product is defective. A consumer movement is a movement to pass laws protecting consumers from unfair and unsafe business practices.
The right to be informed. Consumers can make wise decisions only if they have the information that they need. Consumers should be able to expect to have information that they want or need to make a good decision about the product that they're going to buy. Businesses are required to provide certain details and information about the products they sell. For example, clothing manufacturers must list the fibers used in their materials that they use to make their products, and packaged foods must show all ingredients with the main ingredient listed first.
The right to choose. The United States has a market economy. Its consumers can choose from a wide variety of goods and services.
The U.S. government can break up monopolies and prevent them from forming.
Competition provides choice, and lack of it hurts consumers and businesses as well.
The right to safety. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission enforces product safety standards. Federal laws ensure that clothing, food, toys, and other items will not harm consumers.
Each business has a product liability. A product liability is the legal responsibility that manufacturers have to make a safe product. The right to be heard and the right to have problems corrected. The right to be heard. Consumers who have complaints about products or services have the right to be heard. The purpose of the Customer Service Department is to listen to the concerns of the customers. Business rely on customer satisfaction. The satisfaction of customers helps a business grow and be successful. The right to have problems corrected. A customer can take a defective item back to the store with a receipt. The business will replace it or issue a refund.
The right to consumer education and the right to service. The right to consumer education. Consumers have the right to learn how the market system works. When you are buying a product, you should know that different stores might have different prices. You should also check the information required by law on labels and read fact sheets about the products. Bait and switch is a sales tactic in which buyers are tempted by an advertised bargain but are then persuaded to buy a more expensive item instead. The right to service. Customers have a right to be treated in a respectful and courteous manner. You have the right to be served without discrimination on the basis of your race, gender, income, or age. These rights apply wherever you're being served.
Responsibility as a consumer. Along with rights come responsibilities. As a consumer, you have the responsibility to educate yourself. If information is available, you have the responsibility to read that information and use the product the way it is intended. Online websites that provide reviews are also very helpful when looking up information about a product.
The responsibility to be informed. As a consumer, it is important to do your homework. Responsible consumers know what they're buying. When you shop, read the nutrition labels for nutrition facts. Or when you shop for clothes, read the label to find out what materials they may contain. Before making a major purchase, you should always look up information about the product. These range from consumer reports or consumer magazines or even online websites.
The responsibility to choose carefully. Responsible consumers make comparisons to find the best product or service or price. You can examine the options and prices and then make an educated guess. Comparing prices saves you money. There are also choices that you can make, such as ones that affect the environment. Many consumer choices can affect the environment. Vehicles, factories, and other things that are bad for the environment all contribute to pollution, and it is your choice to purchase them. Pollution is the contamination of air, water, and land. As a consumer, you have a choice to conserve resources. As the population grows, the demand for resources increases. Conservation is the process of preserving, protecting, and planning the management of resources. Consumers should be aware of the limited supplies of certain resources and adjust their consumption accordingly. Recycling. Part of conservation is learning how to avoid waste. Consumers can help by reducing, reusing, and recycling. Recycling involves collecting products from processing so they can be used again.
the responsibility to speak out, and the responsibility to seek a remedy. The responsibility to speak out. Consumers should help to improve a company. Tell them if you are dissatisfied or report unfair or unsafe business practices. If you object to a company's policies or products, you can refuse to buy their goods or services. This is called a boycott. The responsibility to seek a remedy. Seek remedy if you have a defective product. Take back the product with a receipt, warranties, and guarantees if you decide to return it. If the company cannot help you, it is your responsibility to contact the manufacturer for help.
The responsibility to learn consumer skills. As consumers, we have the right and responsibility to learn about consumer skills and know what they are. There are many ways to help you develop your consumer skills. For example, you can read information and labels on packages, compare prices at different stores, look for sales, pay attention to media to become aware of illegal practices, read consumer information publications, attend classes or workshops or on consumer issues and problems.